Frank Worrell was born on August 1st, 1924, in St. Andrew, Barbados, to a middle-class family. Raised in a time when West Indies cricket was on the rise, he went on to become one of the most influential cricketers in the history of the sport. Worrell had a passion for cricket from an early age, and his skills were quickly recognized, leading him to represent his school, St. Andrew's School, and then later, the Barbados national team. Worrell made his first-class debut for Barbados in 1944 at the age of 20. His natural flair for the game and his ability to adapt to different formats set him apart early on. It wasn't long before he was selected to represent the West Indies national cricket team. He made his Test debut in 1948 against England in the West Indies. His first significant contribution to international cricket came during the 1951-52 series against England, where he showcased his batting technique and leadership potential. Throughout his career, Worrell was known for his graceful batting style, sharp cricketing intellect, and elegant leadership. As a batsman, he was a top-order player, known for his ability to play long innings with remarkable composure. He had an unorthodox yet effective technique, and his ability to adapt to various conditions and opponents made him a consistent performer for the West Indies. Worrell's most defining moment came in 1960 when he was appointed captain of the West Indies cricket team. He became the first black captain of the West Indies, a significant milestone in the history of the sport. Under his leadership, the West Indies emerged as a dominant force in world cricket. His calm and inclusive leadership style united the players, many of whom were from different islands across the West Indies. Worrell was not only a great tactician, but also a player who led by example, often contributing with the bat when his team needed it most. He led the West Indies to a historic victory in the 1960 series against Australia, which was a defining moment for West Indian cricket. His captaincy and leadership helped develop a new generation of cricketers who would go on to achieve great success, such as Sir Garfield Sobers, who was also one of Worrell's key players. Worrell and Sobers formed a formidable batting partnership, and their collaboration helped cement the West Indies' reputation as a powerhouse in world cricket. Off the field, Worrell was also known for his commitment to education. He was highly respected for his intelligence and his desire to see young people excel, both in cricket and in life. He worked to ensure that the youth of the West Indies had opportunities to develop their skills, and was an advocate for promoting the game across all the islands in the Caribbean. Worrell's impact on the sport extended beyond his playing days. He was a key figure in the establishment of the West Indies as a cricketing superpower, and his leadership laid the foundation for future West Indian dominance, especially during the 1970s and 1980s. His work paved the way for the rise of future cricketing legends such as Clive Lloyd and Viv Richards, whose exploits would further solidify the West Indies' position as one of the most successful teams in cricket history. Sadly, Worrell's career was cut short when he was diagnosed with leukemia. He passed away on March 13, 1967, at the age of 42, just a few years after his retirement from the international cricket scene. Despite his relatively brief life, Worrell's legacy has remained influential. His contributions to the game, both as a player and as a leader, have been celebrated by cricket lovers and players alike. His leadership and vision for West Indian cricket continue to inspire cricketers worldwide, and his name remains synonymous with the sport's values of grace, sportsmanship, and unity. After his death, Frank Worrell's legacy continued to grow, and he became a symbol of the strength and unity of West Indian cricket. In recognition of his immense contributions, the West Indies team established the prestigious Frank Worrell Trophy in 1968, named in his honor. The trophy is contested in the Test series between Australia and the West Indies, reflecting Worrell's role in building the competitive rivalry between the two nations. This annual tradition continues to honor his memory and the profound impact he had on the sport. Worrell was also posthumously inducted into the ICC Cricket Hall of Fame in 2009, a testament to his outstanding contributions to cricket both as a player and a leader. His influence on the game remains felt, and his name is often invoked as a model of sportsmanship, leadership, and talent. He was not only celebrated for his on-field prowess, but also for the dignity and respect with which he carried himself off the field. Throughout the Caribbean, Worrell's legacy is still strongly cherished. In his home country of Barbados, he is remembered not just as a cricketing legend, but as a national hero who helped elevate the status of West Indies cricket on the world stage. Schools, streets, and cricket grounds in the Caribbean are often named in his honor, ensuring that future generations understand the significance of his life and career. Worrell's leadership philosophy was revolutionary in the way it bridged gaps across cultures and personalities within the diverse West Indian cricket team. Under his captaincy, the team became more than just a group of talented individuals. They formed a cohesive unit with a shared vision. His respect for all players, regardless of their background, helped foster a sense of camaraderie and unity that allowed the team to perform at its highest level. Frank Worrell's contributions to cricket were not limited to his playing career. He laid the groundwork for what would become an era of unparalleled success for the West Indies in international cricket. He was a precursor to the great West Indian teams of the 1970s and 1980s, whose dominance of world cricket would be built on the foundations Worrell established. In terms of his personal life, Worrell was known for his humility and his ability to connect with people, both within and outside of the cricketing world. His leadership style was based on mutual respect, and he was revered by his peers for his ability to stay calm and composed, even under pressure. This made him an ideal leader during some of the West Indies' most significant and tense moments on the field. In conclusion, Frank Worrell's life and career transcended the sport of cricket. His contributions shaped the history of the West Indies cricket team and set a standard for future generations of cricketers to aspire to. Worrell's combination of natural talent, leadership, and integrity left an indelible mark on the sport and helped cement his place as one of cricket's true greats. His story continues to inspire, and his legacy remains a key part of the rich history of West Indian and world cricket. Frank Worrell's legacy is deeply ingrained in the fabric of West Indies cricket, and his influence has continued to resonate long after his passing. As one of the most distinguished and pioneering figures in cricket history, his name is often mentioned alongside the greatest players the sport has ever seen. He inspired not only those who played alongside him, but also future generations of cricketers who viewed him as the epitome of leadership, skill, and integrity. Worrell's impact extended beyond the playing field, as he became a central figure in the social and political context of the Caribbean. At a time when racial tensions were high and West Indian cricket was struggling for recognition on the global stage, Worrell served as a symbol of unity and progress. His role as the first black captain of the West Indies team broke barriers in a sport that was historically dominated by white players, and his success showed that the West Indies could compete and thrive in world cricket. His example empowered countless cricketers of African descent, not just in the Caribbean, but across the world, inspiring a sense of pride and a desire to excel. His leadership set a tone of professionalism and unity, with the West Indies becoming known for their team spirit, discipline, and aggression on the field. Worrell's West Indies were one of the first teams to embrace the idea of playing aggressive, yet measured cricket, an approach that later became synonymous with the West Indies cricketing identity, particularly during the dominance of players like Clive Lloyd and the team's triumphant periods in the 1970s and 1980s. Worrell's lasting influence also extended to the development of cricket in the Caribbean. He was a crucial figure in advocating for better infrastructure and the professionalization of cricket in the region. His work helped raise the profile of the game, making it a central part of Caribbean culture and a source of national pride. He also understood the importance of nurturing young talent, and his commitment to mentoring the next generation of cricketers ensured that his influence continued to be felt long after his playing days ended. Internationally, Frank Worrell's reputation as a statesman of the game continued to grow after his passing. He was admired for his ability to bring together players from different cultures and backgrounds, fostering a sense of camaraderie and mutual respect. His leadership style was both democratic and empowering, always encouraging his players to take responsibility for their performances and decisions on the field. Today, the Frank Worrell Trophy remains a prestigious contest between Australia and the West Indies, a tribute to Worrell's impact on the rivalry between the two teams and his role in the history of the game. The The West Indies players, particularly captains, are often measured against Worrell's standards of leadership, and his name is invoked as a benchmark for excellence in the sport. Worrell's influence on the game of cricket, particularly in terms of leadership, inclusivity, and sportsmanship, remains a source of inspiration for players and fans alike. His contributions to the sport are celebrated through annual memorials, the continued success of the Frank Worrell Trophy, and the collective memories of those who played alongside him. Even in the years since his death, Frank Worrell remains an iconic figure in the world of cricket. His legacy is not just about the runs he scored or the matches he won, but about the way he changed the game, the way he led, and the impact he had on the lives of countless individuals both in and outside of the sport. As time passes, his place in cricketing history only solidifies, ensuring that future generations will continue to learn from and be inspired by his remarkable career.